three things you have to remember about air pollution in London. First of all, it's deadly. It's not just deadly, it also makes us sick. So anybody with a heart condition, anybody with a lung condition is actually sicker because they live in London, and we're all shortening our lives. The second thing to remember is that Boris Johnson, as you've heard, is not just going backwards, but he's using his very creative, very fertile brain to come up with some amazing things to actually reduce so-called air pollution. What he's doing is, around monitoring sites in London, he is washing down the walls and the surfaces so that they don't register the pollution. So he's not actually making the pollution go away, he's just, the sites can't register it. He's also developed some glue that they put on the road so that it sticks to the soot, and again the pollution isn't measured. The third thing to remember is the only way to reduce air pollution is to reduce traffic. And sadly, that's one thing that a Conservative mayor absolutely can't do. But if he is re-elected next year, he will find he's got to shut roads. And I say that's good for all of us cyclists and good for all the pedestrians.
Clean air now! Let London breathe! Clean air now!
You're about to shut one of the busiest routes in London down. How do you feel about that?
Well, I'm sorry, it's really brief inconvenience for all the traffic, but it's years and years of pain for people who are suffering from air pollution, so it's for a greater good.
The details of the conditions that I'm imposing on you are to continue your protest on either the north or south ways of this road. Failure to comply with this direction may render you liable to arrest or prosecution.
Well, London has the worst air quality, amongst the worst air quality in the EU. 4,300 Londoners are dying each year because of it, and it's something that politicians can just avoid and ignore because it's an invisible risk. But just because we don't feel it, just because we don't see it, it doesn't mean it's not killing us. I think it's so important that we raise it up the political agenda and up the public agenda, because if Londoners knew how bad it was for them to be breathing this air, they would be up in arms. They would be outside London Assembly every day saying, Boris, where are the policies? Where's the legislation? When are we going to design a city that we can all live in healthfully?
What I'm really hoping is that this protest is something that will be seen by Boris Johnson, and he will take the situation and the issue seriously, because so far he seems to think he can get away with some creative ways of not measuring the pollution properly. The Mayor of London is the sole person who can act, and he's got to act very, very soon.